YouTube, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Liz from My Hits No Miss, coming at y'all with the last video of the year. I wanted to get this video out like right before the year ended. I wanted to make sure I got this video out. I was kind of contemplating on doing this type of video because I didn't know if I wanted to do it or not, but this was something I wanted to get out before the year is over. I feel like it's an appropriate video, you know, judging by the title, obviously. But today we will be doing the top albums that I think are the best this year. Now, the albums that I list off of here, the albums that I'm going to give you, majority of these are not going to be mainstream albums. These are going to mostly be underground albums. People that I'm probably going to put y'all on, you know, they're mostly going to be just like guys from the underground that are my favorites personally. Guys I think that has some of the best records this year, and yeah, that's just what it's gonna have to be. Before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Please do that for me. Turn that post noti bell on. Do it for your boy, please. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna wait right here for you to do it. Do it right now. All right, without further ado, let's get into the video. Coming in number 10, we got Do It For Demon by Sad Baby. Now, Sad Baby originally blew up in the year 2017 with his hit single Pull Up With A Stick. And with Pull Up With A Stick, I feel like it was a really good track. It was one of my top songs of that year of whatever I was streaming off of, probably SoundCloud. But I never really got into that project like that until I later got back into Sad Baby around 2018 when he dropped his second project, Squidrific, and he just had a lot of bangers on that album. So that just kind of made me a fan, you know. And then of course 2020 he dropped Barnacles, which I think is his best project, which I think is a 10 out of 10 project. People might disagree. People probably don't even know what I'm talking about. They don't even know who Sad Baby is. If you want to get into Sad Baby, I would suggest probably going into his most recent project, Do It For Demon. It'll make the most sense for you, even though haven't gotten there yet. But yeah, I would suggest his most recent project, Do It For Demon. I just feel like that was something that majority of people would like. Even though Do It For Demon is not his best, I don't think it's his best work at all. Sad Baby, he's when it comes to projects, he's never disappointed for me. Never. He's just never like disappointed for me. He's always on point with his music. And I just feel like he's a very underrated gem. Very underrated gem. One of the most underrated artists out there, I feel like. But yeah, that's Sad Baby at number 10. Let's move on to number 9. All right, number 9, we got D Savage with Bulletproof Love. Now, if you're familiar with the SoundCloud era, you've come across D Savage maybe a couple times. D Savage has had his troubles in the past with dropping music. He's only got a handful of records out there. As of right now, he only has 3 projects out, and I believe he's had a lot of issues with like his label in the past and such, with him wanting to drop music, and he's just always put himself on hold. But in a recent interview, I heard him say that he now takes his time with music and makes sure that he's like on point with everything, that he wants everything to be top tier, and he did not disappoint with this album. D Savage is another artist that I feel like has not really disappointed me yet. I don't think he has not disappointed me yet, and I think I think D Savage will be around for a while. He will be around for a while. He hasn't put anything out that I just haven't like knocked off or anything. So yeah, Bulletproof Love. Go listen to it. Now coming in at number 8, we got Live Evil by Lancey Fold. Now I'm gonna just keep this short and simple. Probably none of you know who that is. He's a UK artist. Let's just say if you're into underground music and you kind of dig like a Cardi style or just anything in that region, give this project a listen. You may like it, you may not. It's one of my, I keep coming back to it. It's one of my favorites this year for sure. All right, number 7, we got Donda by Kanye West. First of all, let me tell you something. Donda clears Certified Lover Boy. Do not argue with me. Certified Lover Boy was mid. Let's go ahead and end that right there. Okay, now Kanye West. Almost every time he puts out an album, He gathers the Avengers of rap and he puts out absolute magic. Absolute magic. When he's on this type of timing, when he grabs everybody he can, well, not everybody he can, but the pieces that he needs, he does not miss. Absolutely one of my favorite projects this year. Songs like Moon, songs like Jesus Lord, Off the Grid, Jail. It's just Kanye just knows how to make magic. He's musically, he is a genius. One of the best artists to ever grace this planet. Coming in at number 6, I'm gonna keep this one short and simple too. Artist named K Suave. He had a project called Sexually Active. If you are a person that listens to probably D Savage, or you're a person that's into Trippie Redd, or just the underground scene in general, I feel like you will really like this project. It's a really good project. It only gets better and better towards the end. It's very lengthy, at I believe 18 songs. Maybe it's somewhere around there, in which I'm not a big fan of. I don't like when smaller artists make very big projects, which is very funny coming up with the next projects that's about to come up. But yeah, I'm not a fan of smaller artists that make huge projects. Cause what does an underground rapper have to tell me for 20 songs? Like, just like, I don't know. But yeah, K Suave, Sexually Active. Go give it a listen. All right, now we got the underground rookie of the year, Yeat, with Up To Me. Yeat was a big, refreshing sound for the underground. Now, going into this project, my boy Vaughn, shout out to Juby Guy Vaughn, he's a fan of Yeat, okay? And I've heard like Yeat's music on like social media, where I'm scrolling through social media, and it just didn't sound as pleasing to me. But he just kept telling me like, nah, you tripping, like he really fire, he's really that guy. So I'm like, okay. So I was waiting for when he dropped Up To Me, and I gave it a listen. Okay, I stood corrected. Yeat really has it. He has that it factor. He's really that guy. Y'all know that clip that's like, you're not that guy, pal.
Okay, you're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy. Okay.
Yeat is that guy for sure, for sure. And this project is lengthy, around 20 something songs. Almost the entire album, bangers, straight bangers. The replay value on that album is crazy. Please give this if y'all haven't listened to any other projects I mentioned, listen to this album. Straight bangers, I'm telling you. Yeat, Up To Me, I'm telling you. Coming up at number 4, we got The Life of Pierre. Now, if you know Pierre Bourne, you know he's produced a lot of hits. He is a producer. He's produced a lot of hits. He's a main producer for Playboi Carti. He's made some music with Uzi, just a bunch of other artists, Trippie, just a whole lot of guys, all right? In which he's best known for his tag, Yo Pierre, you wanna come out here? You've definitely heard that tag before, but I bet y'all did not know he made music. Now, Pierre's projects, and here's a funny thing, Life of Pierre 5, it's not even my favorite Pierre project. His last one, The Life of Pierre 4, I think is even better than this. Pierre has like, I wouldn't say Pierre is just like, when it comes to like just vibing and just like chilling, when you're like doing something, Pierre is the perfect artist to put on when you're just chilling, you know, you doing something, you're doing some homework or whatever, you know what I'm saying, playing the game. Perfect music to vibe to. Perfect vibe, I'm telling you. And Pierre does his things in his albums where like all the songs transition into the next song. It sounds beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Top-notch producer, can make really good music. Now, he isn't the best rapper, but I'll say this, just because you're not a good rapper does not mean you can make good music. And I think that's something that people like get mixed up with. You know, because if you look at Playboi Carti, let's take Playboi Carti for an example, right? Playboi Carti is not what you would consider like a good rapper. He's a guy that makes really good music. You see what I'm saying? And that just goes with like a whole lot of other guys in the game, you know. But yeah, I just had to get that point across, you know. Just because you're not a good rapper doesn't mean you can't make good music, you know. But on forward this list. Coming in at number 3, we're going into the top 3. We got Trip at Night with Trippie Redd. Trippie Redd's best album. Yeah, Von, I'm talking to you. This is his best album. I don't want to argue with you, man. Now, Trippie took a different direction with this album. Usually he's going into his, his love songs and his sad music, his kind of his emo style. He shifted the gears on this one. He kind of took a dive into more hyper pop / rage beats, and it kind of covered, any other fan would have kind of listened to it and been like, okay, this is really repetitive, because pretty much all the songs had like a hyper pop / rage type beat or video game beat, whatever you want to call it, but it was just addicting to me. It's very addicting to me. I could not walk away from this album. Daily I was playing this album daily. This is one of the best feel good albums of the year. I feel like really puts you in a good mood. So yeah, I think this is Trippie's best work up to date. So yeah, I want his other stuff in the future to be as good as this, knowing that probably won't happen, and that's fine. But I just wish that Trippie would take time, because he pushes out a lot of music like all the time, and I don't really like that. I just wish he would take his time, just gather his stuff together and drop a project maybe every 2 years or so. Because Trippie's, at the rate Trippie goes, he drops an album like every couple months, it seems like, and it's ridiculous. Like, I feel like he just needs to slow down, maybe come back in the year 2023. That, I know that sounds crazy, but it just makes sense. Come back in the year 2023 with another album, and I feel like it'll be as good as Trip at Night was. Number 2. All right, I got Wake Up Lucky by Lucky. All right, if you guys haven't heard of Lucky, Lucky is the underground king, has been the underground king for years. Lucky has been one of my favorite artists of the past years, since about 2019. Lucky never fails to disappoint. I feel like Lucky is just one of those artists that you can just relate to all the time. Like, I feel like Lucky is just like one of those people, and people might listen to Lucky and be like, oh, this is really boring. But I don't know. I just feel like I can just the music is just attaching. Like you could just feel his emotion through the music. You really I don't know what it is. I just feel like I can feel his emotion through the music, I don't think Lucky has any bad records. I don't think Lucky has had any bad records since maybe before 2016. I don't think he's missed since like I couldn't even tell you, like, before he developed his sound into what it was today. I don't think he's missed since then, to be honest. But yeah, Wake Up Lucky at 2, second best project of the year for me. Oh man. Okay. Whole Lotta Red. Even though it was released in 2020, it was at the end of the year, which I will count for a 2021 album. Sorry. Whole Lotta Red got a lot of mixed feelings. Well, firstly, it was negative feelings because people thought they were gonna get Die Lit 2, in which I don't get, because Cardi literally told y'all in an interview but y'all didn't see it. He literally told y'all in an interview that Whole Lotta Red, he said this like a couple months before the album dropped. He said that Whole Lotta Red was going to be alternative and psyched out. I'll probably put the tweet on the screen somewhere so that y'all can see. But he literally told y'all how the album was gonna be. So I came into this album expecting that, and nonetheless, I loved Whole Lotta Red on the first listen. Loved it. Instant album of the year for me. Instant. I'm sorry. Listen, Cardi may be my favorite artist. I sound like I'm riding right now. Pause. But hey, I can tell you honestly, truth, right hand, loved Whole Lotta Red right off the bat. Loved it. Whole Lotta Red was about off first listen, it was about a 9 out of 10 for me. The only songs that I didn't like probably was On That Time and, weirdly enough, Stop Breathing at first. But quickly. Grew out as a 10 out of 10 record for me. 10 out of 10. Come on, what are we talking about? But yeah, whole lot of red, album of the year for me. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, turn the post notifications on for me, please. I'm still watching for y'all. I'm gonna wait right here. I'm gonna wait. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Those are my top albums of the year. Comment what you would change. Comment if you took a listen to the any albums I mentioned. Comment which ones you like, you know. And that's it. It's Lizard from All His No Misses. We out.